there's nature outside, right? There's birds and there's bees and there's monkeys and there's bears and lions and tigers and all the creatures of the world, right? Do you think they worry about rent? Do you think they worry about light bill? Do you think they worry about their relationships? Do you think they worry about how they gonna take care of themselves? Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Ink Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Mr. Trees Ink himself. The topic for today is worry. We're going to be taking my life, pieces of what I've experienced, and applying it to this concept. And hopefully, you guys can have a better understanding of how to live, how to grow, how to be more successful, how to just be a better you. So let's get into it. We're going to take the actual definition of the word worry and we're going to apply it, okay? So the definition of worry is to give way to anxiety or unease, okay? Allow one's mind to dwell on difficulty and troubles. When I hear that definition, immediately what I think about is the word perspective, right? When you hear the word worry, there's two things that can come to my mind. You can either worry or you can either not worry, right? When you have these thoughts in your head, when you have these moments with that can cause anxiety and unease and uncertainty, there's a lot of stuff piling in your mind, right? And worrying can cause a lot of stress, whether it be from physical stress, mental stress, emotional stress. There's multiple ways in which worry can affect you, and it can cause anxiety. Now, a lot of people suffer from anxiety. A lot of people deal with that anxiety, and worrying amplifies it. But there's something that I read that I touch, and in the scripture, which comes from Philippians 4:6, that says, "Do not worry or be anxious about anything, but with prayer and supplication, make your requests made known to God." And that scripture right there defeats the whole worrying concept itself. Because instead of you worrying, instead of you thinking about what you can't control, what you don't have authority over, what you worried about yesterday, you worrying about the future, you worrying about how you gonna pay your bills, you wondering how you gonna pay your rent, how you gonna live, how you gonna take care of yourself. That's where you have to submit, and when I say submit, just give in to God, let him lead you, and for those that don't believe in God, there's no need to worry. There's no need to be irrational with that, because worrying is essentially irrational. Worrying doesn't aid to you in any way. It doesn't inspire, doesn't uplift. It does demote and deter, and worrying can cause several issues that we don't want nobody to have, So that's the definition of the word worrying. Why do we worry? Okay. We worry. I worry, because I feel like I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what's going to happen. I'm afraid of what has already happened may happen again, and it's just being uncertain, not comforting yourself, not knowing that, dang, like, instead of thinking positive about a situation, you would think negative. And that's because of what you surround yourself around. And that's what I'm realizing too. The things I surround myself around, the things I listen to, the things I do can also have a huge effect on my life and my journey with worrying. And so when you change your perspective, when you change your surroundings, it can really, really benefit you, or it has helped me. And worrying, I mean, like, it's difficult to experience. It's hard to try to be positive when there's not a lot of positive influences around, or it's a lot going on. You can get bombarded. Your mind can get overwhelmed. But let me tell you this: there's nature outside, right? There's birds, and there's bees, and there's monkeys, and there's bears and lions and tigers and all the creatures of the world, right? Do you think they worry about rent? Do you think they worry about light bill? Do you think they worry about their relationships? Do you think they worry about how they gonna take care of themselves? How they gonna eat? So if God is willing to take care of them, do all this for them, why don't you think that he'll do that for you? Why don't you feel that he would come through and take care of you like he's always been doing, you know? And that's another thing that we don't put in our minds. We take that for granted. We take for granted what we have, our lives, our dreams and our goals. We take all that for granted. We take for granted what we have now. We have what we need. You know, family members, loved ones, modes of transportation, somewhere to live. You know, that's something that I can speak of, and you gotta just thank God, because it could have been any other way. It could have happened any other way. So to have the moment, the opportunity to be able to come on here and tell you about how to not worry, to trust in God, to have faith. You know, that's how you can get through this, man. Having faith. And lastly, how to stop worrying. What I do is I meditate. I try to read the word every day. I listen to gospel music. That's what helps me. Gospel music. Just listening to positive things, positive affirmations. Whatever you put out into the atmosphere, that's what you're getting back. You know. So if you put out negative energy, if you put out bad thoughts, you put out bad vibes, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get that back, and it's probably not what you want. So I would recommend putting out good energy, good habits. Be kind to people, love on people. You know, don't be mean to them because they mean to you. Turn the other cheek. Kill them with kindness. Be that person that people can look at and say, "Wow, that's a great person. Wow, that's a great human being." Not because the person that's inside you. You feel me? So, and that's one thing that I try to do, and it's not as easy as it looks, but it's a blessing to be able to have a platform, have an opportunity to have what I have, so I can express that, you know. So keep smiling, keep being great. Don't ever quit on your dreams, never quit on what you believe in. Keep working hard, and I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Okay, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Hopefully that this message you found was appealing, was helpful, and if you do, you can click over here to subscribe to our channel, and you can click over here to watch the other content that we have here on our page. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and make sure you subscribe and stay happy. Okay, we'll see y'all in the next video.